Thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting our channel. But if you are new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so, and we shall continue to bring you the latest news as they come. And together we shall work with our great leader, İÇİNBAŞO Kanu, IPOB and Eastern Security Network to make our Biafran dream a reality. He said, diplomats from Western nations are not happy with Biafran leaders, especially the governors, because they have all decided to remain Fulani Janjaweed slaves, despite the killings and the oppressions going on in Biafra land. When the world powers, when the superpowers make inquiries based on information they receive from Biafrans, the Biafran governors and leaders echoes and supports the Fulani Nigerian terrorist government narratives. And this is what has tied the hands of the superpowers from helping Biafrans. According to the Western diplomats, until the Biafran leaders and governors emulate the Benue governor ÇİNBAŞO, then they will remain perpetual slaves to the Fulani Janjaweed, and the Fulani and Buhari will not let Biafra go. Imagine Biafran leaders and governors are saying the truth and telling the whole world the truth about what Fulani Janjaweed are doing in Biafra land. By now, the Fulani Janjaweed and Buhari would have run back to Sahel, where they came from. According to a statement by one of the diplomats, my brothers and my sisters, you can say that the trouble and the problems we have in Biafra land are as a result of our leaders and our governors. Governor ÇİNBAŞO of Benue State urged Buhari-led Fulani Nigerian government to focus on ending the increasing killing of innocent Nigerians across the country, instead of using their Fulani terrorist foot soldiers to attack him for dishing out the truth. ÇİNBAŞO made the statement in response to the recent interview on Channels Television, which the presidency led by the Fulani Janjaweed were attacking him. They were attacking him. He raised a number of concerns bordering on worsening security situations across the zoo called Nigeria. He raised it, and the Fulani Janjaweed didn't like it because they believe ÇİNBAŞO is exposing them by telling the truth. And ÇİNBAŞO said, I stand with what I said on TV, Channels TV. He stands with it. Not like Biafran governors, especially the Serikin Fulani of Imo State, who agreed with other 17 southern governors to ban open grazing. And when he was called by his masters, the Fulani Janjaweed, to ÇİNBAŞO, he came out and he started dancing and singing like canary. What a disgrace to the Igbo race. What a disgrace. What a disgrace. ÇİNBAŞO, in a statement, said that Garba Shehu showed the quality of the presidency Nigeria currently has. They have abandoned the message and went after the messenger. That is what they have done. 뾱TOM said they advised the presidency to focus on ending the killings of innocent Nigerians and Biafrans. They should fix the economy as they promised and stop stinking corruption under their watch. They have looted Nigerian dry. You know, the Fulani Janjaweed are very deceptive and they are running away from their responsibility because of their wicked and evil agenda. You know, they were brought to power to serve the zoo, not to oppress the people and suppress their freedom of speech. You know, that is what they have done. And they will surely pay for their sins. They will pay for their sins. They will pay for their sins. Imagine all Biafran leaders, all Biafran governors can confront the terrorist Fulani Nigerian government the same way Governor of Benue State, Ça'Amelia, is confronting them. By now, Buhari and his gang of terrorists would have run back to Futajalon. They would have run back. They would have run back. ₦TOM also said he told Buhari spokesman to order the bandits, the Fulani terrorist bandits, that they should call them to order. He said that the Fulani spokesman, ₦'Gabasewu, must be called to order. He must be called to order. Femi Adesina must be called to order. They are all Janjaweed and terrorists. Because very soon, the way Buhari and his gang of terrorist Fulani Nigerian government wants to run the zoo is that they want to hand power over to Boko Haram. They want to hand over power to Boko Haram. The Benue State Governor, Ça'Amelia, have hit back at the presidency, asking them to address the issues he raised during his interview on channels. He said they should address it. You know, he said that the Buhari-led administration, they are providing cover for the terrorist Fulani killer herdsmen who have been responsible for the wanton destruction and killings since Buhari came into power since 2015. And they are still killing and maiming. They have the audacity, because they were backed by the Fulani Nigerian government, they have the audacity to attack the Nigerian Defense Academy. And nothing has happened to them. Even one of the helicopter that was searching for one of the major that was kidnapped was shot at by the Fulani terrorist bandits, and the military did not go after them. They didn't. They didn't go after them. You know, the presidency, through ģabasewu, a full-time terrorist, a full-time Janjaweed, accused ʔOTOM of steering a Rwanda-like ethnic campaign against the terrorist Fulanis. You know, he's complaining. You know, the presidency must realize that no amount of blackmail and media attack can discourage ʔOTOM from speaking against the injustice and pain the present Fulani terrorist Nigerian government have caused Nigerians and Biafrans. No amount of sponsored smear campaign against him can force him to repeal the law on open grazing of cattle in his state. Imagine Biafran governors can boldly challenge the Fulani government the same way this Middle Belt governor is challenging them. Governor Ɂy'ọ̀tọ̀m said that he stands by his word that this is not the first time a Fulani man is the president of the zoo called Nigeria, and also that it is the first time the country has been divided on ethnic lines. You know, and that is why our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have asked that the Fulani gives us Biafrans a referendum. They should let us go. Because Nigeria called zoo can no longer work. It can't work. It can no longer work. You know? And that is why they should allow Biafrans to go. Samuel ₦ọ̀tọ̀m is not guilty of stirring hatred among Nigerians, contrary to claim by the Fulani Nigerian government. But Buhari's unconstitutional decision to approve the review of 368 grazing reserves in 25 states in the country is what is causing the problem. Buhari incited violence ahead of the 2015 presidential election in the zoo called Nigeria. Buhari has been planting seed of discord in the zoo called Nigeria with hate language, decisive tendencies, and unconcealed nepotism to the extent that Nigeria has become widely divided along fault lines. Thank you for supporting Biafran freedom and restoration, and bye-bye for now.